Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming here, and a very special welcome to our very special guests who have come here. So we will grace the evening first by Swami Suhitanandaji. Thank you. And he's going to chant a few verses for us.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shunvannoti Visidhasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebirvajinivati Dhinama Vitryavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Om Namaste Rudramanyavabhutota Ishave Namaha Yata Ishu Shivatama Shivam Bhabuvate Dhanuhum Shiva Sharavyaya Tavatayano Rudra Mrudaya Yate Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Papakashini Taya Nastanu Vashantamaya Girishanta Bhichakashri Yamishum Girishanta Haste Bivarshastave Shivam Giritratam Guru Mahigam Se Purushan Jagatam Shivena Vachasatva Girishacha Vadamasi Yata Nasarvamijjagadayakshmagam Sumana Asatam Adhyavochadhadi Vakta Pratamo Daivyo Bishaka Ahirascha Sarva Jambayan Sarva Aschayatu Dhanyaham Asau Yastamro Aruna Utababrusu Mangalaha Eche Magam Rudra Abito Dikshushita Sahasra Vaishagam Edahi Mahe Asau Yo Vasarpati Nilagrivo Vilohitaha Utainam Gopa Adushan Udaryaha Vishwa Bhutani Sadrushto Mrudayatinaha Namo Astu Nilagrivaaya Sahasrakshaya Medushe Atho Ye Asya Satvanoham Tebhyo Karan Namaha Pramuncha Dhanvanastvam Niryojyam Yaschate Hasta Ishavah Parata Bhagavo Vapa Avatatyadanusstvagam Sahasrakshashate Shudhem Nishirya Shalyanam Mukha Shivonas Sumana Bhava Vijjandanukka Pardino Vishalyo Banavagum Uta Aneshannaseshava Abhurasya Nishangatihi Yate Hetirmidushtamahasthe Bhabuvate Dhanuhum Tayasman Vishwatastvama Yakshmaya Paribhuja Namaste Astvayudhaya Natataya Drushnave Ubhabhyamutate Namo Bahubhyam Tavadanvane Parite Danvano Hetirasmarunaktu Vishwataha Atoya Ishudistavare Asmannidehitam Shambhave Namaha Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya Tripuram Takaya Trikarnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Nilakantaya Mrutyunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha Shambhave Namaha Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya Tripuram Takaya Trikarnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Nilakantaya Mrutyunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha Shambhave Namaha नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ।
Thank you very much. Yes, this is not working. Switched on. We'll then proceed with a song by Krish. Yes, please.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Namaste to everyone. As we're all celebrating Krishna Janmashtami tomorrow, I would like to recite a slogam from the Narayanam, the 100th Dashakam. The Narayanam is a concise version of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and I will be following that by a Kirtanam in Ragam Kapi, composed by Sri Papanasam Shivan, set in Alidham. Thank you. योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिग सुमधुरम् योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिग सुमधुरम् मुक्तिभाजा निवासो मुक्तिभाजा निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षद्युतरुकिसलयम् भक्तानां कामवर्षद्युतरुकिसलयम् नातते नातते पादमूलम् योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिग सुमधुरं मुक्तिभाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षद्युतरुकिसलयम् नातते पादमूलम् नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपते कृष्णकारुण्यसिन्धो नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपते कृष्णकारुण्यसिन्धो ऋत्वा निशेषतावान् ऋत्वा निशेषतावान् प्रदिशतु परमानन्दसन्दोह लक्ष्मी प्रदिशतु परमानन्दसन्दोह लक्ष्मी என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா 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 எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மாவென்றழைக்க என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மாவென்றழைக்க என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மாவென்றழைக்க என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா ஈரேழு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனை ஈரேழு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனை ஈரேழு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனை ஈரேழு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனை கையிலேந்தி ஷிராட்டி பாலூட்டி ஈரேழு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனை கையிலேந்தி ஷிராட்டி பாலூட்டி தாலாட்ட எங்கதவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மாவென்றழைக்க என்னத்தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா பிரமனும் பிரமனும் ஏன்றனும் மனதில் பொறாமை கொள்ள 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 உரலில் கட்டி வாய்ப்புத்தி கெஞ்ச வைத்தாய் கண்ணனே உரலில் கட்டி வாய்ப்புத்தி கெஞ்ச வைத்தாய் கண்ணனே உரலில் கட்டி வாய்ப்புத்தி கெஞ்ச வைத்தாய் தாயே என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோத எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா வென்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்த என்ன தவம் செய்த என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா
I'd like to invite Swami Suhitanandaji to welcome the crowd, and thank you very much.
Ramakrishna Sharanam, most revered Western Maharaj, Swami Suhitanandaji, offering my humble pranams to his holy lotus feet, revered monks, dear devotees. As you all know, for these 5 days, we were waiting, many of us were waiting from since 2 months. And we were preparing also, who were some of the devotees who are closely associated with this event, this 5 days events, they know how much we are working for this 5 days successful finishing and organizing by the grace of Holy Trio. Of course, we are at the fag end of that 5 days event. But indeed, many of us and many of you and myself personally, we all felt and experienced the divine festive atmosphere for these 5 days. A monk, a saint, and a person who is manifesting the divinity, who is manifesting the holiness, how he can change the atmosphere very palpitably we all can feel. And myself, I was traveling all the way with Maharaj all the time. Definitely I was feeling most of the times. Swami Vivekananda defines rest. We all would like to have rest, isn't it? And especially we are now today, due to work-life balance and all, we are all bothered, we are all concerned about the rest. There is no mistake in that. But Swami Vivekananda has given his very interesting definition of the rest. What is rest? We say we go to maybe some recreation, going to sleep, or maybe watching television, or some happiness events, and etc. etc. But Swami Vivekananda defines the rest as change of work is called rest. Now you are cooking, so you stop cooking and you are working in office, that is rest according to Swami Vivekananda. So then we don't need actually work-life balance or rest according to him. But it is easy to say, but difficult to practice for all of us, we know. But when we see revered monks, definitely they have followed this in the whole of their life. Why I am saying Maharaj's age is around 86, 87 years. August first week, he came to France. Again, he is coming from India to France. For 5-6 days, International Vedanta Summit, I was also part of that. And he gave quite a few lectures, addressed devotees, he gave initiation. Then he came to London. We all speak of jet lag. He didn't speak of any jet lag. He came to London. Again, there were few days, few functions. And he went to Edinburgh, Scotland. There also retreat and addressing devotees and interfaith program. All these things he finished and he came here also. And our brother monks were making a fun of me. And you are not leaving even little moment or little free time for Maharaj and for us. Your whole days or 5 days you are nicely engaging us without leaving a little moment for us free or whatever. Even they were making a joke. So when we came on Thursday, we had satsang, all of you know. And again Friday morning, Indian Embassy, our Akhilesh Mishraji, a friend, the Indian ambassador had arranged in the honor of Revered Maharaj a high tea. We had been there and we had a lot of intellectual discussions there. And we came back and that day evening, again we had a satsang in one of our devotees' house, Anita Sen's house. And yesterday we traveled to Cork. There again we had satsang and visiting two devotees' house, and there Maharaj also cleared their questions, doubts and queries and all. Again he came back late night. And today morning again he had initiation. He initiated spiritual seekers, and today again evening we had a director's meet, and now Maharaj is in front of you. And his age is 86, 87 years young. and tomorrow morning again is flying to London. There tomorrow itself there is a function there 2 days, and again is going to Dubai. Dubai there are functions and initiations, and he's going to Belur Math, and afterwards in no time, in 2-3 days again will be flying to different parts of India for attending events and spiritual initiations and all. Now, how it is possible? As I told, he has implemented the Swami Vivekananda's teaching, Swami Vivekananda's philosophy, that change of work is called rest. So when we minutely, very closely observe such great lives, we understand Swami Vivekananda's teachings, Vedanta's teachings, or Upanishadic teachings. It is possible to practice, and even today we can put into practice in our daily life. And also one more thing which I saw in Maharaj very minutely, very interestingly, is power of attachment and power of detachment, which Swami Vivekananda speaks in Karma Yoga. When we are in particular center, we have assigned some work as if the whole center is on me depending. Without me, the whole work will not move on, center will not move on, as if we will work. And once our headquarters or our seniors ask us to leave or to take some other responsibility or to transfer us, just we leave. And as if not, I don't belong to them, don't belong to that or whatever. Because of this power of attachment and detachment, they have inculcated in their life, so they don't have obstacles, they don't have resistance, and their emotional wastage of energy because of our emotions and because of obstructions, whatever we feel, we get tired, they don't feel that. So little time is enough. When I was in training center, I've observed that when Maharaj comes out from his room, we could set our clock 3:30 a.m. and they go to bed late, and whole day again they work and they will keep on working. And he was assistant general secretary, afterwards he became general secretary, and the whole Mutton Mission's responsibilities. We are all meeting one center, and he was maintaining the whole Ramakrishna Mutton Mission centers. But still, there was no excuse for his spiritual practices, for his studies, writing articles, meeting devotees and seekers, and guiding them, guiding the centers, all these things. So how a true karma yogi, or how the man of work, man of discipline, how can be there, is a great example. And he was in different centers, and in big centers, he held a lot of responsibilities. One center said, okay, come on, you take the next task, or some other center. He used to leave and used to go to new center, and he never turned back. That's what I used to say, power of attachment and power of detachment. So once that is there, then only any work can be a karma yoga, otherwise it will be a work. In the name of ashrama maybe, in the name of house, or in the name of social activities, whatever it may be, it will be work, either paid work or paid less work, less paid work or paid less work, but it will not be service, or real worship as Swami Vivekananda. That's what we can see in Maharaj's life. And I would like to give a small introduction about Maharaj. Most Revered Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj is currently the senior vice president of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, which have their headquarters at Belur Math near Calcutta, India. Before being elevated to the present responsibility, he was the general secretary or the chief executive of the order for a little more than 5 years. Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna order in 1958, and he was initiated by Swami Vishuddhanandaji, the eighth president of the Ramakrishna order, and he received his monastic vows in 1970 from Swami Veereshwaranji Maharaj, the 10th president of the Ramakrishna order. Meanwhile, he had the rare privilege to serve Swami Premeshanandaji, a great monastic disciple of Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. Swami Premeshanandaji was renowned for his spiritual wisdom and spiritual attainments. Swami Suhitanandaji served as headmaster of 2 of the order's prestigious higher secondary schools at Rahara and Narendrapur, both near Calcutta, India. He was the principal and later head of the mission's residential school in Devotional, this is in Jharkhand state, during which he was appointed as a trustee of the Ramakrishna Math and the member of the governing body of Ramakrishna Mission in 1995. From Devotional, he moved to the order's headquarters in 1997 as an assistant general secretary and was later elevated to the post of the general secretary in 2012. As the general secretary of the order, Swamiji traveled extensively throughout India and abroad to spread the message of Ramakrishna Vivekananda Vedanta movement. As Vice President, apart from many of the centers of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission in India, he visited Singapore, Malaysia, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, Bangladesh, United Kingdom, initiating devotees and spreading the ideals of Vedanta. Swamiji has authored 2 books in Bengali titled Muzafirer Gantri and Sargache Smruti. The latter is being translated into English and many other Indian languages. He has also worked on publishing an edition of Bhagavad Gita in Bengali with Sridhara's glossary, adding Swami Premeshanji's relevant comments on the shlokas. And now also we have seen afternoon generally we go for rest, but after meeting devotees and all of his finishing his work, Maharaj goes and he makes study, and even now he makes notes and other things and all. Even hardly even afternoon he takes rest only. So we can get a glimpse how a spiritual real personality, how he can work. And few months before, when I called him and I requested Maharaj, if it will be nice if you can visit Ireland and if you can bless the devotees by your talk, by your holy presence and initiation, immediately he said, okay, I shall come. Generally in the August tradition, presidents and the vice presidents of the Ramakrishna Mission, for few reasons, they won't go outside of the India very easily. But Maharaj of such age and that seniority, though when I asked, he said yes, and he said, you arrange, I shall come. That shows his simplicity, and of course, personally I can also take the credit that his love and his blessings on me. So I firm with all on the behalf of Vedanta Society, assembled devotees, and personally I reverentially welcome Maharaj for this August assembly, and also I pay my humble pranams to Maharaj and thank for this August assembly, and coming to Ireland, thank you. May I ask our Udayji, one of the directors, to welcome Maharaj. And 2 more revered monks have come along with Maharaj. One is Swami Chandrakantanji, the secretary of the Revered Maharaj, who looks after all his official work, correspondence, and whoever has taken initiation morning, you know that he looks after all this initiation thing. Maharaj started his monastic life in the Belur Mutt itself, and he was also working in the relief section. And after the training center, 2 years of vigorous training center, he was posted in Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Gold Park, India. It is an international institute where a lot of programs, different language programs, and personality development, seminars, workshops, research projects, everything goes on. There we have got a Indology department, a huge Indology department. There Maharaj worked for a long time and he contributed a lot of things. And afterwards again he was called back to Ramakrishna Mutt, Belur Mutt for the relief section, and he was heading the relief section for a long time in India especially, and few other countries. Wherever there is any natural calamities, Ramakrishna Mission monks and devotees will be first to cater their basic necessities like food, clothes, shelter, and etc. And for whole Ramakrishna Mutt Mission relief sections, he was heading and he contributed his service, and now presently is serving Maharaj. And himself is a scholar. He reads a lot. If you give him quite a few books and if you leave him, he will be the happiest person in the world. So he reads a lot, and even now also with this all this, because he's traveling with along with the Maharaj. Today is there, after 2 days will be next country or next state. But even now he writes a lot of articles. He contributes articles regularly to Udbodhan magazine and few other things. And he also has written 3 books already. I mean, he has written 3 books, and I think 4th book he has also contributed 4th book, either editing or probably as a co-author, I do not know. At least 3 books he has written, no doubt. And personally, I met him in Ghatshila, near Jamshedpur, and I had a rare privilege to stay with him and learned a lot of puja things. He is an expert pujari, and he has got a lot of traditions he knows, and I learned a lot of puja things from him, and a few other like scriptures and few other doubts also I got cleared from him. I also welcome Maharaj for this August assembly on the behalf of devotees and personally. Welcome Maharaj. One more brother man, Swami Sevatmanji is my brother man from, I joined in Bangalore. I started my monastic life in Bangalore. In Karnataka. He started his monastic life in Belgaum, Karnataka. So from our joining centers, we know each other, and in training center also, we lived 1 year together. And as the name itself suggests, is a Sevatmananda who rejoices in service. So from dawn to dusk, he is always busy in serving Maharaj and serving the needy people and etc. And again, he is also very multi-talented, but again, he closes himself all that, and he keeps simple, and he shows that he doesn't know anything, and he's a very good cook, and like Vedic chanting you already witnessed, and so many other talents he has got, but he closes himself, he doesn't display. So on behalf of Vedanta Society and assembled devotees, personally, I welcome Maharaj for this August assembly. I also welcome our Revered Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj, founder of Vedanta Society, for this August assembly. Dr. Hemant Kumar doesn't need any introduction here. We all know that he is our great friend. For many of the events, whenever we invite him, he comes. When I had been to Indian Embassy for the Independence Day evening, VIPs were invited. Then I met him and I requested that we have got a program like this. Will you be able to come? He said, yes, Mother, it is my privilege, and he came. And today, Dr. Hemant Kumar, who is the president of the VHCCA, Vedic Hindu Culture Centre of Ireland, and also he is also part of our DCI of Dublin City Interfaith Forum. So I welcome for this August assembly, Hemant Kumar. I welcome our chairperson, Professor Siddharth Singh, and directors and devotees for this August assembly. Thank you for coming and making this event so successful. Swamiji asked to give a small pep talk. Before going into pep talk, I would like to again trouble you or make your few days busy or book the days. I would like to, I'm happy to announce that Revered Swami Balabhadranandaji is the Assistant General Secretary, Ramakrishna Matan Mission, Verur Mutt. He is visiting for London to attend Vivekananda Jayanti in the Vivekananda Cultural Center in the London. So we came to know that he is coming. Then again I phoned him and I said, Maharaj, if you come to us, we'll be very happy. He said, yes, I would like to come to Ireland. Why? Because it's a Nivedita's place, and if you promise me that you take Danganam, that where is Nivedita's birthplace, then I shall come, he said. So he wanted to visit that. I said, yes, Maharaj. Then he also has agreed. So he's visiting us. So we have got two events with this respect. 6th September, Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. we'll be having a satsang. Like the Thursday we had similar satsang we'll be having. 6th September, Friday, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I request all of you to block your dates so that you can, possibly you can attend. The other program on Sister Nivedita on 8th September, Sunday. 8th September, Sunday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So we have got two programs from Maharaj in the Dublin. So I request all of you to again block the dates and as much as possible come. And today, we are also having a spiritual retreat, half-day spiritual retreat, small spiritual retreat, we can say. So what is this retreat? There's one of our volunteer, Shravantar Babi, whoever goes and park in our ladies' well school, you meet him because he's a regular person who looks after our parking. And for 3, 4, 5 hours he's there. And he's agnostic, he doesn't believe in God. And he's a very good friend of me, and we travel both of us with Brajesh for many of the places in Ireland. He's a good friend of me, and whenever I call for service, he comes. And he says, Swami, I will come for ashrama service. Don't ask me to attend talk. First condition. Second condition, when food starts, I will not wait for anybody. I will be the first person to take the food. Because I will get a delicious food in the ashrama, so I would like to come there. I don't mind to serve. So he comes for service and as well as food. So many times, some of us, we may think, oh, retreat is there in the ashrama, or in Nivedita house, or in the Vedanta Society. That means there are some music, yeah, some talk is there. But apart from that, finally we'll have a delicious food. So then better we'll go to ashrama so that we'll get delicious food. Some of us, we may have that very vague ideas. Then what is this retreat actually? The word itself gives the very clear meaning. Retreat means retreat. Retreat. Now, for example, you have walked down, or you have come by vehicle, or you have come from a transport, public transport, from your house to the Vedanta society. Now, when you have to go back, more or less in the same path, you will go back. If you follow the same steps, you will go back. So similarly, our real nature is, as Shvetashvatara Upanishad puts beautifully, Shrunvantu Vishve Amrutasya Putraha Ayedhamani Divyani Tastuhu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parasthat Tvameva Viditva Atimrutyumeti Nanya Panta Vidyateya Naya. Means, oh, son of immortal bliss, please listen that you are divine, you are immortal. Upanishads tells time and again, or Vedanta tells time and again, that we are all divine beings. We are conscious in nature, not the body, not the mind, not the feelings, not the emotions or sufferings. We are divine, which is the science of infinite possibilities. That is our real nature. But unfortunately, we have forgotten. We have forgotten, and we are thinking that sometimes we are body, sometimes we are mind, sometimes we are thoughts, or sometimes I'm son of so-and-so, daughter of so-and-so, wife of so-and-so, or I'm the boss of company, CEO of the company, director of the some company. With the paraphernalias, or with the external adjuncts, limiting adjuncts, we ourselves got entangled, and we are thinking wrongly, and we are suffering. So this is what we have gone away, we have moved out from our real path, or from our real nature. So retreat means, okay, you have gone away, you have shifted yourself from the path, you are supposed to come into track, and you trace back the steps in the path which you move on, so that you will be able to reach the destiny, or you will be able to reach the core or the center, our own center, which is called divinity from the Vedanta point of view, or from the devotional point of view, or from the Semitic religions, they say that is the God. So reach the God, or reach the consciousness. So retreat is a place, is an occasion for all of us to discuss, to recapitulate our own inherent real nature, that I am the divine, or Aham Brahmasmi. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am neither the thoughts or feelings, I am the divine. When we say divine or divinity or Atman, what does it mean? As Swami Vivekananda beautifully puts, it is a science of infinite possibilities. When I think I am that Atman, no power can stop us. No person can stop us. I can do anything and everything in this world. I can be happy, I can be cheerful, I can be peaceful, and I can achieve whatever I wish really, whatever I desire really. That much inherent capacity is existing in all of us. That has been told in a beautiful, a single word by our Upanishad Rishis is divinity, or you say Atman, or you say Brahman. And our real nature is Atman or Brahman, but we are thinking that we are limited, we don't have this, we don't have that, and we don't have capacity, and we feel sometimes superiority complex or inferiority complex, and we are stressed, and we are feeling that some problems are there, some challenges are there, obstacles are there, etc., etc. And we ourselves feeling limited, and we are suffering. So, Swami Vivekananda says always, think big, think big. What does it mean? It means think that you are divine, not the body and mind. When you start thinking this, when you start feeling this, when you start, putting into practice, then what happens? Then slowly a lot of power and energy will manifest from you, that will be seen in your life, that will be seen in your work, and also you can be happy and you can be peaceful. So retreat means go back to your original nature. Retrace your steps and go back to your original nature, real nature, which is inherent. As Swami Vivekananda beautifully puts, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest the divinity which is already in man, either by work, or by devotion, or by psychic practice, or by knowledge, or one or two, or all of this. This is what religion is. So such a grand thoughts, such a noble thoughts, we should keep on hearing it. Just for an example, when we bring a new dog, we keep on taming that. We give a biscuit, and if it does some mistake, generally we may shout, or we have got our own ways to tame them. Doing time and again, then dog understands what the master wants, and slowly, more or less, it follows. So similarly, we have to hit our mind with the Vedantic hammer. That's why we have to, participate retreats. What is that Vedantic hammer? I am the Atman, or the consciousness, not the body, not the mind, or not the any other limiting agent. So may this retreat be one such occasion to remember and to understand who are we or who am I, so that it will rejuvenate our mind, and we can, with a lot of positivity, with a lot of hope and faith and peace, we can all go back to our houses. We can also live the life which is exposed to divine more than the world or the limiting contents. May Sri Ramakrishna bless all of us, and I seek his blessings, and I seek Revered Maharaj's blessings for all of you and for myself, so that we can manifest this divinity more and more in our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. May I request Swami Chantanandaji to deliver his talk to us? I'm going to request Swami Chantanandaji to deliver his talk to us on what is spirituality.
Without even mic, it's audible.
It might be difficult for you to record.
Just a moment. Yeah. May I request all of you to come front, so that whoever is back, they can occupy the seat. It will work now. Yes, that's all. Yeah, you come front, so that people, when they come, they cannot talk. No, chairs can be behind, so only people can come front.
He has it.
Om Namo Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Now, I have been asked to speak about what is spirituality. Frankly speaking, I don't know. Still trying to find out. And all of us are, in our own way. So, to be authoritatively speaking on this matter, like what is spirituality? Theoretically, yeah, we understand, all of us. That which takes us to our core essence, whatever that is supposed to be spirituality. Now, how do we do that is a big question, and I think that constitutes our entire journey. And we are trying, all of us are trying to do it in our own way. Now, what we believe is that all of us are spiritual by nature. We are spirits. But somehow, I don't know how, we are just not aware of it, less aware of it, we have forgotten it. So, the question is not why, but how do we get out of this thing? In that way, Bhagavan Buddha was much more practical. Now, he was being asked about the sufferings and all, and his entire teaching was based on this suffering. His life is suffering, death is suffering, the entire journey is suffering. So you must be aware that your existential crisis. So that's what he mainly stressed about. So he was asked that, why do we suffer? And Buddha says, suppose somebody hits you with an arrow, and the person there's a person who is was going to help you, And he started asking, who shot you? From which angle did the arrow come? How long have you been suffering? Is it practical, or is it more helpful that he pulls out the arrow and treats you, the medical remedy and all? So he said, I am not concerned about why I have been suffering, then how to get out of this suffering. And this is what Swamiji said, that Buddha came us to whip us into practice. This aspect was what Swami Vivekananda was more concerned about. Now, one of the oft quoted sayings of Swamiji is, my ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind their divinity and how to manifest it in every movement of life. That my divinity should be expressed in every movement of my life is our goal. We are divine by nature, there is no doubt about it. But then, how do we manifest that? That is the entire spiritual journey. That is what our spiritual practices are. That is what our practical spirituality is all about. Most of us, the problem that we really face is what I think is a problem of attitude. Nowadays, there have been much talk about positivity, positive thinking, avoid negative thinking, and all those, and there are very fancy terms and various ways of doing it. But the basic thinking is, there are the thing that we see, whatever that we see, is being seen by us as we are. As we are, so we see the world, so we project ourselves on the world and see it. Now, tomorrow being Krishna Janmashtami, I'll just quote one shloka from Bhagavatam. That's about Sri Krishna. It's a very beautiful, very nice one. It says that Sri Krishna was a small child. He was a child means he was a teenager. Then he was called to Mathura, and the king of Mathura, his own relative, his maternal uncle, he considered Krishna to be his enemy, and he somehow wanted to get rid of him. But because he was king and this Krishna was his younger relative, he couldn't do it very overtly, so he tried a roundabout way. What he did was, he said that Krishna, I heard that you are a very powerful person, you are a very powerful boy, you have defeated so many demons and all. So, you see, I have built a boxing ring, what do you call it, wrestling. Yes. I have built a wrestling ring, and there is a wrestler, he's supposed to be the best one in the kingdom. So, you have to wrestle with him and show your prowess. Idea was, Krishna is a small child, as a teenager, he's a boy. So, and this is a famous wrestler, Ace One. So, when they wrestle, he will be able to kill him, and nobody blames the king, Kamsa. So, that was the idea. Now, the Bhagavatam says that Sri Krishna, he decorated himself, he put on a few sandal paste and all that, and he was put on decorations, and with his brother, his older brother, it's called Balarama. So he entered the arena. This is the situation, this is the build-up. Then this Bhagavatam has this very wonderful shloka. It says, Mallanam Ashani, Nrinam Naravara, Strinam Smaro Murtiman, Gopanam Swajano, Asatam Kshiti Pujam Shasta, Swapitro Shishu. Mrityur Bhojapate Virat Avidusham Tattvam Param Yoginam Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito Rangam Gatasakraja. The thing is, Bhagavatam says, when Rangam in the wrestling arena with his brother, when Krishna entered, there were lots of people, the spectators. Now, among the spectators was the Kamsa, the king himself. There were other wrestlers who wanted to see the wrestling match. They have come to see that. There were some kings, not so virtuous ones, vicious ones, who were allied to Kamsa. So they were unrighteous kings. Then there were people, Krishna's relatives, they were there. Then Krishna was born in a kingly family, but he was raised among the cowherd people. So these people, when they heard that Krishna is going to make a performance, they also came to see, like we all do. There were women, there were men, there were people who had just no business doing things, they just came to see what's going on. They will clap whoever wins. So every kind of people were there. Krishna enters with his brother Balarama. This is the scene. Now, where Bhagavatam says, when Sri Krishna enters the arena, says, Mallana Mashani, the wrestlers who are there, they see him as a person made of thunder. Vajra, Ashani is thunder. It's believed that it's very powerful and strong. So, a powerfully and strongly built person, I could say a wrestler par excellence. So the wrestlers saw him as a very powerful person, as a man of muscular power. Nrinam Naravara. The general people who were there, they saw him as a great man. He is a greatest among men. Strinam Smaro Murtiman. The women, they saw him as the Cupid personified. He was the god of beauty. That is what the women saw in him. Gopanam Swajan, the cowherd people who had come to see him wrestle, perform, they said, oh, he's our Krishna, he's our own person, our people, Swajanaha, own people. Then, Asatam Kshitipujam Shasta, and those unvirtuous king, unrighteous king who were allied to Kamsa, they were afraid, terrified to see him as if he is the one who will control them, who will just put an end to their unrighteousness. Swapitro Shishu. And they were relatives of Krishna, his father, his uncle, and all those people. And this one, as a small child, he is our child Krishna. So however a child grows up, for the parents, for the people who are like parents, they always see him as a small child. So Krishna, who is being considered as a very powerful wrestler, but his fathers, the people who are fathers, whose parents and like that, they saw him as Shishu, as a small kid. Mrityur Bhojapati. Kamsa saw him as death personified, because he was afraid. Virat Avidusham. The people who were not so illumined, they saw him as a Virat, as a person, as a idea that represented the greater aspect. Tattvam Param Yogina. There might have been a few yogis present there, and they saw Krishna as God. Tattvam Param Yogina. Param Tattva, the greatest essence, God. Vrishninam Paradevati. And he belonged to the clan of Vrishnis, and they thought he is our own person, he is our glory among our people. Now, what Bhagavata is here is trying to say is, see, this is one person, a small child, a kid, a teenager, whatever. It's one person, he enters the arena and he does nothing. Yet he appears different to different people according to their mental constitution. So, the basic idea is Krishna did not change, he did not do anything, yet these people, the spectators, they projected their own ideas, their own fears, their own love, their own love, hatred, whatever, on Krishna and found a reflection of that in their own self, in Krishna. Now, this is the problem, or this is the mechanism throughout. I can't say problem, because this is the mechanism. We used to hear a story when I was young. Someone told me a story. It was a bit dark, little bit light of night, maybe, but it was a bit dark. You cannot see clearly, but you could see some silhouettes. So, a log of wood was lying on the roadside. A thief, he was going by, and he saw the person, that's log, and he said, "Oh, that is the police, I should run away." And immediately he ran away from that place. A drunkard was coming that way, and he said, "Oh, the night is young, it's just started, and you have drunk so much that you are lying on the road." And he was inspired to drink and he went away. And a yogi was coming. He said, "Oh, it is dusk now. So, see, this person is so intelligent, he is immediately, he's doing japa and dhyana, and I have missed out, so let me try." This person sits there, this yogi, he sits there and he starts doing meditation about it. So, it's just a law of wood. These people, according to their own mental constitution, found inspiration in him. Ours is something like that. We have created this world, that is what it means probably, that we have created this world in our own image. So, what is the way out? Undo that creation, undo the image that we have created. Now that's difficult because it is believed. I can't prove it, can't say for sure, but we believe that we have been doing this thing for years altogether, births altogether. So it's not easy doing it now, but we have to start somewhere. So starting now, we are doing it. How to do it? The first thing is to understand, because through scriptures, through great people, through wise men, we have been told that everyone is divine, everyone is spiritual in the essence. So everyone is divine, that much is understood, because the people who say that are good people. So if I have to trust somebody, I must trust people who are good. So if good people say that everyone is divine, let me start somewhere. So everyone is divine. Now, if everyone is divine, me and you both. So say divine, I give it a name, God. So if me, I am God. If you are God. So let us behave like gods. Again, Buddha comes. There's a very famous story. Most of you, or probably all of you know, that three Brahmins came arguing to Buddha. One said, "Bhante, see, we are discussing about the nature of God. Could you resolve this for us?" He said his name, I have been told by my predecessors, by my guru, by my spiritual lineage, whatever I belong to, that God is this, whatever. And the other person said, no, he is wrong, Bhante. I have been told God is like this. And the third person, he contradicted them, that Bhante, God is like this. Now, could you please resolve who is correct? Buddha said, okay, let me rephrase the questions this way. Have any of your forefathers, say your guru or whoever you have learned from, has seen God? He said no. Has his father seen God? No, sir. Has his father? We don't know. Okay. So everyone is true. That's truthfulness. That was there, of course. We have to give credit for that. So they said that, okay, you haven't seen God. Your guru hasn't seen God. Your parents haven't seen God. Their forefathers haven't seen God. Okay. But let me see. Did any of your guru, parents, forefathers ever tell you that God is angry? No, sir. Did ever they tell you that God is lustful? No, sir. Did ever they tell you that God was untruthful? No, sir. Did they ever tell you that God was violent? No, sir. Say, then Buddha said, you see, that means one thing is sure, that the gods, all three of you talk, has a few things in common. He is not violent, he is not angry, he is truthful, he is truth, and he helps people, and his kindness, compassion, all those things. So why don't you start from those points? So that's the idea, that if we are divine, if me and you both are divine, let us start behaving like divine. Now, how do we do? How do we behave like divine? Now, there are various ways. There are various spiritual traditions which have prescribed various methods, meditations, japa, kirtan, bhajan, and so many things. All of them are valid and they are all of are useful. But for, like, as Swamiji said, to manifest it in every movement of my life, to manifest that in every movement of my life, of anyone's life, the one thing that we do, if we understand that God is divine, if person is divine, and if I know that you are divine, you are God, then I am to love you. The very definition of spirituality is loving God. Okay, so loving God, worshipping God. So if I am to love you or worship you because you are God, so if I love somebody, worship somebody, what do? I serve him, I serve her. According to necessity. Say a mother. Mother loves the child. So how is that love manifested? How does that love show? Mother does everything for the child. Even sometimes she thrashes the child just for the child's sake, not for hers. Again, I'll draw one example from Krishna's life. In Bhagavatam, a small incident, it says that one day Krishna was a small child, he was just a kid, he was a baby. He was crawling around, speaking a little bit, and his mother, she was patting him, just cuddling him like that. All of a sudden, Krishna's mother, Yashoda, she remembered that she had put milk on oven, and the milk was about to boil. So immediately, Yashoda put Krishna down and she ran to save the milk. And Krishna was very unhappy. He was so unhappy, he started breaking things and all those things. Now here, when the Bhagavata narrates this incident, but the commentator on the Bhagavata, he raises the question, you see, do you think Yashoda is a foolish person? That he is cradling God herself. She is cradling God herself. And she is going to just save the milk? Then he answers, the commentator answers, no. she is not going to save the milk being burned. She is so that she can serve Krishna. So she is putting down Krishna in order that she can serve him. So the idea is, if you love, you serve. So our spirituality manifests in serving others. Now, this gradually we serve first others. Then gradually, when we start serving, it happens, all of us. Distinctions is there. There are some people who I love more, who I feel like serving more. There are some who I like less, I like serving them less. There are few people whom I don't like to serve. It is there and it happens. But gradually, if I'm being honest, then yes, it begins that way. But gradually, we overcome. We gradually overcome. The less ones become still lesser disliked. The ones totally disliked becomes lesser disliked, and this is a gradual process. So it goes on, goes on, goes on. That means the distinction, the otherness, whatever called the distinctions, they just move away. It becomes a seamless something, as if that service to that person become a very seamless extension of myself. Gradually, this distinction, when it goes away, then what we believe is the culmination of spiritual realization. And how, this is a very wonderful anecdote about this, about Revered Maharaj. That there was a great Pandit Rajendralal Ghosh, Rajan Ghosh. He was a great Pandit, he was a great Vedantic scholar. He wrote many books on Vedanta which are still read by the scholars of Vedanta. Some of them are still being read in the Calcutta University and many other universities. He was very authoritative scholar. So he had practiced, or at least he read Vedanta throughout his life. He was also devotee. Devotee is an admirer of Swamiji. He was a friend of one of the disciples of Swami Vivekananda, Swami Suhitanandaji's friend. And he was admirer of Swamiji, but one thing he couldn't reconcile, because in Vedanta it is said that the world is Maya. The world is basically fleeting. So you have to gradually detach yourself from this fleeting world, from this fleeting Maya, and concentrate more on the self, which is the real thing, and that is the spirituality. So that he has been understanding all his life, yet he was appreciative of Vivekananda, but he couldn't reconcile Vedanta with Vivekananda. So he wanted to, but he couldn't. So one day, he was searching for answers. He was in Rishikesh. And during that time, Swami Premeshanandaji Maharaj, he was also in Rishikesh. Now, he came to Premeshanandaji. Because he was a sincere scholar and a thinker, he was almost mad. He was thinking, he couldn't reconcile, and it was driving him mad. So in a very upset mood, or very disturbed mood, he came to Premeshanandaji and he asked him, how do you reconcile that? Then Premeshanandaji told him that, you see, in Vedanta, in Advaita Vedanta, there are 4 Mahavakyas, the great statements. That means they state the reality. The reality of the world, of the Brahman, of the entire creation existence has been stated in 4 great sentences. Of that, the 2 greatest are, one is called Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, I am divine, I am God. And the other is Tat Tvamasi, you are God, you are divine. So these are very direct statements from the Upanishads which convey the reality of spiritual existence. Now, Praveshanji said, do you believe that Aham Brahmasmi is a great statement, is a Mahavakya in Vedanta? Yes, of course it is. Then, he said, then you accept that I am divine, you accept that you are divine, you accept that, do you accept, if you accept that Aham Brahmasmi, I am divine, that means you accept that you are divine, you are Brahman? He said, yes, of course, it's true. He said, okay, do you accept that Tat Tvam Masi, you are that Brahman, that's also true? He said, yes, of course it's true, it's Upanishad, it's Vedas, it has to be true. So you see, the Vedas say that you are divine. Vedas says, you are telling me that I am divine. So, you being Brahman, you being divine, telling me that I am divine. So, what do you see? You are Brahman, I am Brahman. So, who is serving who? Brahman is serving Brahman. So, where is the contradiction that you find? He started dancing with joy. He said, I never thought it that way. So, even the great Vedantic statements, they have a resonance, they have a sort of reconciliation in this concept of service that Swamiji propounded. That if you are divine, you are Brahman, you are God, if I am Brahman, I am divine, I am God, and I am serving you or you are serving me, it is God who is serving God. So no one is mundane, both are divine, both are spiritual. Yes, this is a theoretical concept, but we have to start somewhere, and this is the point we can start with the action, with that service. We try to serve, and while serving, we try to keep in mind that I am serving God. It's not very easy. Every day we fail, every moment we fail, but okay, if I failed today, tomorrow, day after, whatever, but maybe for 5 minutes I succeed someday, then maybe after another few years I'll succeed for 10 minutes, then for maybe 15 minutes, and those successes count. So, if we accept this divinity of soul of the doer and to whom it is being done, the service is the one thing that connects them. And the other great thing about this is from a very standpoint of a jnani, a person who is a bit reasoning kind of guy. But also a person who is a devotee, who is a bhakta, for him also, this is very palatable. You know, a devotee also knows that the God that I worship in temple, he has some sort of reflection in people, in others. So, if I am serving him, I am serving the reflection of God. Okay, you can say son of God, children of God, daughter of God, whatever. So, I am serving God in his, or the reflection of God. So, it is also palatable for a devotee. For a person who is more of a practical in nature, pragmatic in nature, karma yogin, it's of course, it's his domain, so he can appreciate it, we can understand. Even for a yogi, that makes sense. You have to focus on something, and that focus point is your service, that trains you, that guides you towards your whole point of meditation. So, Swamiji, when he heard of this doctrine, that was in 1884, springtime in India, I guess it would be sometimes maybe in March, April, maybe. So, Sri Ramakrishna, in a room full of people, he told that you serve Jiva as Shiva. And and then he elaborated and he went into a trance. Swamiji came out of the room, and the life of Sri Ramakrishna, that is called the Great Master, Sri Ramakrishna, the Great Master. In English, in original Bengali, it is Sri Ramakrishna, Lila Prasanga. In that Lila Prasanga, After this incident has been narrated, we see what Swamiji says has been recorded in about 1.5 pages, or maybe a little more. So this much Swamiji elaborates on just 1 or 2 sentences that Sri Ramakrishna spoke, that served Jiva as Shiva. This is the only thing he says, and Swamiji speaks on it for 1.5 pages, and that too is the gist of what Swamiji spoke that Suhitanandaji could recollect after 30 years or 40 years, 30 years maybe. So, gist of Swamiji is 1.5 pages. We can imagine the entire scope of this kind of philosophy. So our spiritual life, spirituality, starts with serving to others without actually seeing God in him, but trying to do so. And our spiritual life ends in serving others by actually seeing God in them. So I guess that's it. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Maharaj. We will try. So as a service to everybody here, I would love to pass on the mic to Peter and group. Let's see. Oh, no, that. Just gotta hold the phone.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Swami, for this invitation. It's our honor to sing for all of you and for all of the gods who are with us today. We will sing 3 short songs, first to Durga, then to Krishna, and then to Shiva. And we invite you please to sing along with us. We have provided, there are some books in the room. Maybe you can share it because we do not have many. Our first song is on page 10. Jai Jagadambe Hey Ma Durga.
Jai Jagadambe, Jai Jagadambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga.
Please join.
Jai Jagadambe, Jai Jagadambe.
On page 36, because tomorrow is Krishna Janmashtami, we will sing Mero Pyaro Nandalal Kishori Radhe.
Radhe,
Our last song is I think it is not in the book, but I will teach it to you. Particularly, this relates to Swami's lovely talk, because as Swami was expressing how the divine is in all of us and we are the divine, so this song calls upon Shiva, but it also says, I am Shiva, or to change it around would be Shiva I am, as if to invoke a Sanskrit mantra, Shiva I am, Shiva I am. We will chant in this, I am Shiva. And in the words, we will say, climb every mountain, swim every sea, and nothing is beyond me, and Shiva I am. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Climb every mountain, swim every sea. Nothing is beyond me. Climb every mountain, swim every sea. Nothing is beyond me. Climb every mountain, swim every sea. Nothing is beyond Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you very much to chanting and chai, and thank you all for joining. I would like to pass on the mic to
Revered monks present here, and the devotees and the admirers present here. It has been a very auspicious occasion where we can find different sections of people coming together for some higher cause. All have been just enthralled with some atmosphere and some mood. The program has been set in such a beautiful way that there is discussion, there is thought-provoking topics, as well as entertainments also. And the entertainments from different facets of life. Just visiting the Shiva, visiting the Krishna, especially tomorrow is Janmashtami. So, as if we are making preparations for Janmashtami. So, it is a sincerely very good thing. And the topic which has been laid, that means how we walk the talk. That is the thing. We may talk very big words, we may talk so many high-sounding discussions, debates and all the things, but how can we practice it, how we can lead such a life? That is generally the common problem with the spiritual seekers. Everybody is striving and trying to come to such a level. It is not that so is advanced, so is backward. It is not so, because somebody has mentioned we are moving not from error to truth to the higher truth. So everybody is doing in his own way. And this spiritual arch, it is in homeopathy, one medicine we generally use, placebo. Placebo is that sometimes sugar pills. One patient is there, the patient comes to the doctor finds that with this medicine the patient will be cured. But the patient is becoming impatient and he wants the quick recovery. To satisfy the patient, the doctor sometimes gives some medicine. That is called placebo. Then it is no medicine, psychological disease. But the patient feels satisfied. Sometimes the surgeons or doctors administer distilled water injection. That is simply to satisfy the patient. This is some psychological relief. This is a psychological relief. This psychological relief slowly enables and works on the patient. And this is very important thing. The same technology, same methodology we can apply in our spiritual life also, which we are doing here. We are putting the placebo to every person present here, either through song or through music or through talks or some discourses or even by the feast, which will be served immediately after it. So that is also because somebody said that we come here because we will get some spiritual food. That spiritual food is not that there is some discussion, but the tangible food we shall get. And that is also associated with God, so that has become a spiritual food. That is also placebo. That is also a placebo. So in this way, very silently, we are working that spirituality in our day-to-day life. I will now just mention one or two incidents. How, first, I must remember Nivedita. Nivedita, she gave in one of her letters, wrote that I want to be an empty channel. This is very important. Empty channel for whom? For the message of Ramakrishna Vivekananda. That means I do not want to make my own identity. I want to become a strong conduit. Through me, the message of Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda will pass. This is called spirituality. This is called spirituality. Without ego, without identifying myself, I shall remain some simply a conduit. Through my this medium, the spiritual will pass. I remember while I joined, at that time my age was hardly 19 years or 20, hardly 20 touch. And I said, young man, I have by the time read some books, especially letters of Swami Vivekananda. When I joined, at that there, Premashananda, about whom he has mentioned, Premashananda, he was the disciple of Holy Mother and an inspired person. Some of you might be knowing so many songs composed by him, and everybody, almost in every center we are singing. Then Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna Bhuvana Mangala Esha Bhuvana Pavana Narayana Banga Hiraya Gokumukhi Hoite Arupa Shari Lila Lahari. All these songs he composed even before he became monk. Now I joined in that center, so I came in touch with him. One day he asked me that why you have become a monk. What is the purpose of your becoming a monk? Because I read Swamiji, it struck me very much one sentence. When you have taken birth, you should make a mark in your life. You should make a mark in your life. So that appealed to me very much. So I said, I shall also like to make a mark in life. Then Premashananda replied, see, if you put a mark in the wall, I put a mark in the wall, X puts a mark, in that way the whole wall is going to be spoiled. So instead of that, it is better, let us have one mark, and that's the mark of Vivekananda. And let us follow that mark. So see, this is this spiritual life. That means we should have some purpose in life, we should have some goal, and we should follow that thing. Just now I remember Ramanathananda Maharaj. Ramanathananda Maharaj, when he was elected the president of the order, he went Belur Math and he had to remain in Belur Math. Afternoon at 3 p.m. in the winter time, 3:30 generally the gate is open, so public comes. So prior to that, 3 to 3:30 winter time, he used to stroll in between Swamiji's bedroom to his own residence, the Girish Memorial, where now I am staying. That was previously president's quarter. So he used to stroll. One day or 2 days, I was walking with him. One day he was telling me, see, Suhitanandaji, when I walk on this Belur premises, I feel I am a brahmachari who has recently joined. Just see the greatness and holiness of the person. So he is considering himself as if a new entrant. And when in presence of the spiritual strength of Sri Ramakrishna, he considers himself a baby. This is actually the spirituality. At that time, an offer came from the government of India to him. That offer was Gandhi Peace Award. What was there behind? That means the Gandhi Peace Award is generally something like very prestigious honor. They introduced that year, the government, so they thought that we would start with Ranganathan, because he was considered to be the cultural ambassador of India. The government of India sent him to deliver lectures in Moscow University, Boston University, in so many universities. He gave lectures. So that man has that background. So they decided that we would give this Gandhi Peace, initiate Gandhi Peace Award, but from Ranganathan. The proposal from the government people came to him, some persons came. He said, I do not think that I should accept that award. Why not? Because I know that I have the highest award already. I do not think any other award can surpass it. What award he got? Swami and Ananda. The Swami and Ananda, Swami Rango Nathananda, that this monastic award, I am the monk of this world, in this world. So that is the highest honor I consider in my life. So I do not consider any worldly honor surpassing this monastic recognition. So that is there's how much level, what sort of thinking he had. He had no care for this thing, but he compromised. What he? Because the honor had behind this honor, there were 2 crores of rupees. 2 crores of rupees. How he managed this thing? Say, this is very beautiful. Because this man who would get this honor, he would get 2 crores of rupees. And it will be given to any person. So they selected Ramanathan Maharaj. But he flatly refused, I won't take this. But we put one condition. If you are ready to give this honor to Ramakrishna Mission, I am ready to accept. Why? Because Ramakrishna Mission badly needs the money. Badly needs the money. So if you are ready to give the honor to Ramakrishna Mission, I shall accept it. Of course, certainly he did not have to go there, but their representative came and offered that honor. He had itself in very more. So this is the thing, that spirituality means this. How this way he is walking with the top also. And another, I have talked about another person, Jagadananda Maharaj. Jagadananda Maharaj, he was the headmaster of a school, and he came in touch with Holy Mother, and he took initiation from Holy Mother, and he came from Srihatta, Bangladesh. He went back, and again he was doing his job, and he had a very love for Vedanta, especially Vedantarana. So he used to give classes for big Pandit, deep insight, deep thinking, and beautiful explanation. So naturally, he has his students. Whenever he used to give the classes, there would be some sincere, genuine students would be there. One day, he was giving, taken up one sloka from the Vedantarana, Jadayeva Virajet Tadayeva Taprajet. That the moment you will have Vairagya in your mind, immediately you give up. Give up. That sloka he was explaining from the Shankar, then afterwards in his own interpretation he was telling. Then somebody refuted. It is not possible that whenever your miracle will come, you will give up. It is not possible. And we have never seen this sort of incident. He said, is it so? Then I am showing. And from there itself, he said, here I am closing the book and I am leaving. And he became a sannyasi. From Sriata, with simply his passage money, he came to Belur Math and said, I have come here to become a monk. And he became a monk. And the Lila Prasanga, the great master, such a big voluminous book which you read in English, that has been translated by him. So that this life can be, one can walk also. Shastra is not simply Shastra. It can be demonstrated through the life. Now I am talking about another incident about one household. It is some tragedy from comedy. Tragedy and comedy means one young boy, he was the student of engineering. In his probably third year, he used to visit me sometimes, and he had the intention to become a monk. And I used to inspire him, give him books and this, that, and tips also how he should, because he was staying in the hostel, how he should maintain his sanctity, spiritual sphere of his life. All these tips I was giving. All of a sudden, one day he came and said, Maharaj, you have very bad news for me. And what has happened? My sister, just 1 or 2 years younger, the sister has developed a disease. For that, dialysis to be given. And now my father, he is in trouble because he is to pay for my expenses for study as well as the dialysis. Both these, it has become too much for him. So some of my friends, some of my relatives are suggesting me, you give up your studies, you help your father to earn. And you also earn and help your father. What should I do? It is the last year of his studies. Then I said, you have passed only higher class 2 course, higher secondary. With that qualification, how much money you will get? Just you will probably teach some students, and they will give 100, 200 rupees, something like that. With that, how much you can help? But at least money expense will be less, so that will be a relief for father. I said, I would suggest you better take loan from the bank and you complete your studies. So in that way, he took loan and completed his studies. After his completion, his sister was still surviving on dialysis. And slowly, the condition became, when he got the qualification, he got a job also. So he started earning money. Naturally, the family was a bit relieved. But by that time, the sister expired. When the sister expired, then he was a broken heart. He said, Maharaj, I wanted to become a monk, but in this condition, what should I do? I said, never. Your sister has expired, your father and mother, they are in a very hopeless condition. You should be by their side. You help them. So he started helping them. And because they are very much broken-hearted, so I asked him, you take them to some tirthas, one pilgrimage. First take them to Kamapuku, Jayarambati, then sometimes to Puri, sometimes to Vrindavan, because now he has started earning money, so I asked him to do in this way. He was doing. In the meantime, one day, his mother told him, you see, and he used to read to them the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Gospel of Holy Mother, and this type of books he used to read to them for give some consolation. One day his mother said, you used to give expression to become a monk sometimes. What has happened to that? Then he immediately picked up, Mother, will you agree? You have seen what is life. What is life? Where is your sister? So this is the life. So if you think of going, I have no objection. You go and enjoy full freedom. Then he immediately came to me, Maharaj, this is a good golden opportunity I have got. Should I do? I said, if they agree, all right. As from on my side, no objection. His father also agreed. In the meantime, I arranged for initiation for both of them and arranged for pilgrimage from them in this ashram, that ashram, in this way. And the boy joined, and the parents used to come occasionally to me. And they have got initiation. One day, after probably 1 month or 2 months, 2 years afterwards, one day, because the boy, he is busy with his monastic life, and the parents are also running in their own way. One day, both the parents came to me to have a just darshan. They came, half an hour, the mother was talking. She talked only from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Only talked from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, nothing else. The father was sometimes nodding. Husband was nodding sometimes. And last of all, she gave, Mother, I have no grief. I have lost my daughter. My son also has gone to Krakow, but they have come back to me. They have come back to me. Now I consider Sri Ramakrishna as my son and Holy Mother as my daughter. So every day, whenever I take in food, I first offer them. And afterwards, I take food. And not only that, sometimes I consider, because they are my son and daughter, sometimes I purchase nuts, dalmuts, chocolates, lozenges, cake, and I offer them, and afterwards I distribute amongst the children. So this is see how this simple life can be spiritual life. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Very beautiful stories. Thank you very much. Now we request you to please inaugurate our 4th edition of Reflections by Swami Purnananda. And it's a great honor for you to be here, and we're very proud of the team that has made this happen. So, Swamiji, do you have a few words to say?
Few words. Thank you. So, most revered Maharaj and revered monks and devotees and friends, I suppose I'll just say a few words about these volumes. Unfortunately, this title of these books was prior to your talk, because they should have been entitled Placebos. But anyway, they're not. So how this developed is a kind of joint effort, really. Because Sundar Maharaj, Swami Vimokshananda, sat down with me every morning, and I developed these thoughts as poems. And he, in the first thing before breakfast, he said, so what is your thought today? And he found a suitable photograph or picture. And so this book is a combination of pictures and so on. And like, the elimination of this egoism, I said, I should put your name here. And he said, no. So I suggested that we have in our foreword that I'm so grateful for the illustrations by somebody who wishes to remain unnamed, called Swami Vimokshananda. But of course, I was only joking. So I am indebted to Georgiana and Deepak here, who got involved in this project in terms of publishing it. And not only that, but pushed me, urged me to make these publications. So every day we put this out, and I hope that it is of some kind of benefit to some people. The whole of Georgiana's family got involved, so even the cover picture was selected by her children, the children. And the cover is actually Glendalough, which is a very famous place. When you come next, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when you come next, we'll take you up there, because this is the place, very sacred place. A very ancient monastery is there. And it was Saint Kevin who founded that monastery. He didn't intend to. He lived in a cave. And Glendalough means two lochs, two lakes. And he became famous for his sanctity, so people came to him and founded a community. So that's probably the most beautiful cover of all the 4 volumes. I would give you the other 3, but I know that you have limited space, and it might get lost also. So, so anyway, this is the 4th volume, and the ideas came as all ideas come, as seeds. Even this Era Vedanta Society, as it is now, was formed as a seed in 2006. And so it wasn't that it developed in the last few years. It developed way back then with divine grace on the one side and devotees' responses on the other. I'm grateful to all those devotees. I'm grateful for boosting our morale with your beautiful songs. And so this is the 4th volume. It spans a whole year, so 365 days. And so I would be very honored if you would inaugurate this. Thank you. And Maharaj, this is actually your copy.
All right, thank you.
Actually, Maharaj, so our guru here, Swami Purnananda, has usually he humors us with the task, which, if I may, with your permission, ask if you could humor us a little bit. So he usually asks us to close our eyes for a second and open a page and read the thought for the day. If you may, if you will, just read the Lord's words today through your revered tongue.
Revered.
Can you read it to us, Maharaj, whatever you have chosen? We'd love to hear.
Right, let the page open randomly, and whatever the poem comes, just can you read for us? She's asking.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Because Maharaj will be busy since morning for Diksha and all this.
Yeah.
And the dates related.
I should not attend to all requests.
Yeah, before going to the vote of thanks, we have got a councillor, Supriya Singh, who recently got elected. She's a councillor of Dona Maid, and she's also a great well-wisher of me. And we are both of us, we have met in several functions, and she's also very interested in doing some services for the Dublin city and for the Ireland people. So when I met in Indian Independence Day in the Indian Embassy, then I informed about the Revered Maharaj visit, and also I asked her, requested her, why don't you come and receive the blessings of Revered Maharaj? She said, yes, definitely I shall come. Maybe I will be a bit late because of the pre-engagements. I will come certainly, and I will receive the blessings of Revered Maharaj. So in spite of her busy schedule, she is here. I welcome on behalf of Vedanta Society and also the assembled devotees. Welcome, Councillor Supriya Singh. Lydia, please come. You receive the bouquet, then you receive the blessing for them. Which you want to do?
Blessings first.
Just have to cross.
Thank you.
Maharaj is asking.
Thank you, ma'am.
So would you like to use one, say 2 words?
Yeah, few words.
2 words.
Thank you so much, Maharaji. It's an honor for every one of us to seek your blessings and to seek blessings and the teachings of Ramakrishna Mission. I'm really delighted to be here, and apologies for being late, as I told you about my key commitments. But then overall, I really like the way, everything that teaches us about getting to know about the purpose of our life. This is something that brought me here, I would say. I would have never thought about getting into politics years ago, but getting involved in the community, working for the people, that gave me happiness. And from there on, my journey started. And with the blessing of God, with all of your blessing, I was able to achieve this, and I was able to, get into the election. It was one of the challenging journey of my life, I would say, and it would not have been possible without the support of my family, my husband Ravi, and my friends. I'm really grateful for the support that I have received from the people in my constituency, and I see some of you here. Thank you so much for placing your trust in me. Thank you so much for choosing me as your representative. And besides that, I would also like to say that if in any way I can give any help to anyone from our community, I would be really happy and would be there for all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I invite Malavika to give us the vote of thanks, please.
I am privileged to convey the vote of thanks for this August Assembly on behalf of Ramakrishna Vedanta Center Dublin, the devotees, the well-wishers and the MIC. First of all, on behalf of the devotees and all of us, we wish to express our deepest gratitude, and we would like to offer our most humble, loving regards and pranams to most revered Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj. I cannot express in words how much blessed we felt by his visit and listening to him and interacting with him in these few days. How fortunate we feel by receiving his blessings. And I saw the serene joy and the blessed feeling that we observed in the eyes of the initiated devotees today were just inexpressible, and those of us who were blessed to be present during the ceremony to volunteer also, we felt the spiritual ambience, and I think that was one of the most remarkable events of this center, and that has given us a lot of spiritual strength, and we just cannot express our gratitude and reverence for Maharaj. Much revered thanks to revered Swami Shivatmanandaji and Swami Chandrakantanandaji. They added to our joy with their soothing, joyful presence, and they had to put up with a lot of inconvenience because of those delays in the luggage, and that though we felt that we didn't have any hand, but just because it was in Dublin, so we felt somewhat responsible somewhere, and I don't know how to apologize for the inconvenience. We really enjoyed Shivatmanandaji's chanting with Shantirutanandaji, and I am little short of words to comment upon Swami Chandrakantanandaji's, but if I could just express my feelings in Bengali, I would say the speech was Dhani Lanka. And and as just as a maybe a devotional person, when he said Brahman serving Brahman, the essence of spirituality, and that time I heard a little noise, and I just looked up and I just saw one flower from the top of Ma Sharada's picture just dropped. So previously we had learned that if something very genuinely said, and there's these are the indications or some kind of symbols that these are endorsed by Holy Trio, and I really felt that it was like that today. So I would like to thank all the participants, the singers for this evening, and also all of you who have come and participated so wholeheartedly. So on behalf of, one particular thank also I must give to the MIC, because he had thought about this visit, and that's why we could enjoy all these days of blessed feelings and participation and interaction, and this was something I would consider as a remarkable event in my life. So on behalf of the devotees, volunteers, and the well-wishers, once again thank you to each and every one of you, and for all your support. So as Maharaj also has mentioned, that over the last few speeches, so maybe what I gathered was it is for the principle that we come here, and may we be blessed to serve this principle, and may we all have a really fulfilled spiritual life. And we seek Maharaj's blessings once more for all of us, and we end here. Thank you.
On behalf of devotees and on behalf of center, we would like to give two small souvenirs to Revered Maharaj. As you all know, our national symbol harp, and one thing is that a small diary with Irish sayings. I would like to present on behalf of devotees to Revered Maharaj and seek his blessings for all of us. in single month.
Oh, I see. Good.
Musical chair.
Very fine. You're already joyful.
You sit here, Monica.
Thank you all. Please join us for the evening vespers.
Thank
In three.
In three.
In three.
In three.
In three on page 7.
No,
It
pages,
is small book, it is
pages may be
six.
different, but in three. In three.
In three, page 6 on the small book and 7 on the big book.